some predictions. We'll start with you, Fogged.
I actually don't see Liquid lose with Terrorblade almost ever. I'm gonna go with them.
Okay. More TB rapiers.
I don't know if you need the rapier this game, but I think Terrorblade versus Nature's
Yes,
Prophet.
please.
Yes,
Really well.
yeah, absolutely. Yes, please, Kevin.
I like the OpTic draft. I like what they're doing, but I have much more faith in Liquid.
Okay.
I will also go Liquid.
All right, 3 for 3 on the panel. Decisive, I like that. Let's find out how decisive our commentary team are as we join them in the box right now. Gents, looking forward to this one. You've got a Jakiro.
Yeah, we do, and we've also got a little bit of extra information on that Jakiro.
Okay, which
unless they're going to switch, it's actually a Jakiro support.
Which is how you play it.
Well, that's how you
but that means we're going to have mind control Bane.
Barely. Don't stretch too much here, Toby.
It's a Bane 3 position.
Okay,
which is
interesting.
where things get very, very fun.
Yeah, that's fun. All right, well, enjoy it. Bring us the good game.
We will, definitely. Nice to be casting with you again, Cap.
We're back.
When was the last time we cast? Was it ESL 1 Genting like 2 ago?
Yeah.
For the grand finals?
Yeah, when we were doing TriCast?
Yeah, back when I was relevant.
This is an ESL 1 special. It really is, right? Because we did the Frankfurt finals as well.
Yep.
15.
Now we did.
26.
God, the memories. The memories. Golden year.
And it wouldn't be a Toby Capcast without awkward moments.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot more of those. But yeah, let's talk about our draft, man, because we saw the Jakiro 5th pick come up, and we're just like, oh yeah, 3-position Jakiro. This can come in, and then all of a sudden, Bane, mind control, gets picked. Like no. They'll swap, right? They'll swap. But the Bane offlane is not an unusual thing. It's unusual now, but it wasn't a little bit ago.
I would still say it's pretty unusual.
Who was the team that started actually just running offlane? Was it Virtus Pro that was doing it? Like there was one team that was just like there was I just remember there was like a 1-week period where like Bane offlane was the thing, and it was just like there was no way to beat him. He would just brain sap and he would do 1v2 lanes on this offlane.
Yeah, he just kind of like runs at you. He's got brain sap. He's got pretty decent stats. It's like the same reason he's one of the best like 5 positions to zone heroes out, right? So that's naturally what you're going to end up into as an offlaner. You're going to end up with this duel against the support, and sometimes the carry comes in. Well, he's going to have GH backing him up. So there's definitely no way that Chaos Knight Warlock beats this duo. Yeah, I believe.
It's going to be an absolute nightmare, but that's why you see instead OpTic adding a lot of pressure onto the bottom lane. This dual breath into 33s, he goes under the tower. This is the way to trying to secure the pull. Normally a Nature's Prophet can do this himself if he sends down 4 trees, but with the help of an ET, trying to cause a lot of disruption for Miracle on the safe lane. And then our last lineup, which we didn't even talk about at all, was the Pugna versus the Razor, which out of everything which is here is probably more standard than anything else.
Yeah, you actually pinged out the Pugna pretty early. I thought it would have been a great pickup for OpTic.
Rolling ball up, they're going up to Pycat. Mind Control had a lot of damage in this. Pycat, however, very tanky with 640 HP and the Stout Shield, which is so damn useless these days.
This is a second roll-in that they've done while we were watching bottom lane. They rolled in pretty early on Pycat. They
realized too that PPD actually shadow worded a melee creep instead of Pycat during that engagement too, making it just a little bit closer than it probably had to have been. It's a level 1 shadow word, but still.
So I think that the draft, what I really liked about Liquid was the fact that they instantly picked up the Terrorblade up against the Furion. They already had their support, so they couldn't give themselves like a Wyvern or a Coddle or something that deals with split push really well. But Terrorblade can deal with that split push as a core. So I did really like that pickup of theirs. The Bane is a little bit more interesting. I thought OpTic, well, I mean, it just kind of depends how the lanes go down. But OpTic in their final decision in the Pugna, I think, was the higher impact. We'll see. I mean, the Bane could just wreck the Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight does need to be able to have a strong laning phase, and that's obviously what Liquid are trying to inhibit.
Yeah, and they're working quite successfully. GH is going to go in again onto Pycat, into the trees, but Pycat sees it coming, doesn't get hit by the rolling boulder. Should also keep in mind, too, that GH has already hit that level 2, so he is very effective on that top lane, not just a rolling rock. He actually has an influence. This bottom lane is also very chaotic. Both 33 and Zai just try and pressure out Miracle, but while they do it, they're also ensuring they're getting the bounty runes because they're not allowing Kuro's pull to be really successful. And Pycat, oh no, there's Shadow Word. He's fine, and he's got stick charges.
They are fearless because they know the support Warlock can't really have any impact. on the lane. Like, he can only really heal the Chaos Knight. He can't punish you for diving the tower like GH keeps on doing against PyCat.
Do you actually look for like high levels in upheaval on the Warlock just to try and counter this? You've already got the Fatal Bonds, which you kind of need as well if they're going to dive it. But do you think about upheaval height?
No,
leveling?
later. That, like, I think when you look at upheaval, it's like your team fight. It's one of your big team fight abilities from a Warlock. It doesn't really do much for you in the lane. It's just like the impact is too slow and far too minimum to really give you much in the lane.
Just think it was the way to stop him if they're going to dive you underneath the tower.
Yeah, I think they just kind of have to suffer through that.
Zai, all right, he already starts his TP. He knows this is not a fight he wants to take.
Basically, both safe lanes kind of have to just suffer because it's a Furion ET lane right now against
Zai.
Kuro.
TP's up towards the top. This will be the first blood. Mind Control, or maybe not with the double kick. Mind Control makes a break for the tree line. They are tied together with a Fatal Bond, so GH moves forward back and PyCat low. There isn't enough for another hit. Not from the mana, not from the Brain Sap. So instead, it's going to be GH that falls. Zai brings the support in. And Mind Control is the man on the run. He wants to stick around for the 4-minute bounty rune. Okay, yep, that's not greed. That's calculation.
It really is the Miracle at bottom. He's quite low.
Banger! Just so we can get the spirit out again. Needs the movement speed. Miracle up, down through the trees, and 33 reaches with the phone book.
I think 33 is... Oh, PyCat! He may die now. They're actually just going to be able to take him out.
Oh,
GH
boy.
Mind Control just come right back. They're like, okay, you brought the Furion in. You blew a lot of your regen. We're just going to come right back and attack you again, as they should.
Yep. And then Matoma needs to try and pressure in the middle lane as well. Like, this middle lane is the lane which has been going pretty even Stevens. This top lane, however, like, you're talking about the suffering, it was pretty damn good for the Terrorblade up until that point. Miracle still had really good progression. Mind Control is... He doesn't care about PyCat. PyCat's got 79 damage with negative 60.
Yeah, just think about the difference in the lanes. Like, they keep on attacking Kuro, the Jakiro, while you have Liquid attacking the Chaos Knight, and they have Enfeeble. So naturally, the Chaos Knight is going to feel a little bit more threatened, and it's going to have a harder time getting that.
Oh, they're going again. Rolling Boulder. GH comes in on top of PyCat. Still got the Shadow Word on top of him, so there's a lot of life for PyCat to survive with. But Zai returns to the lane. No Sprout for control. GH goes for the double kick. And the Fatal Bonds tied heroes are moving back for the shrine. PyCat tries pulling back in with the Reality Rift, but it will not be enough. They'll heal up under the shrine and then come back to the lane.
I think the cool part of this is that Elder Titan really takes advantage of the lane that's being given to him. We actually saw 33 and Zai swap roles in one of their earlier games, and this may actually be very similar to that because 33 is going to get every single bit of farm while the Furion's away.
Yep. That's actually that kind of the thing I almost joked about before. GH now on bottom lane. Well, 33, this is why you don't want to leave him alone. Was joking actually about it, where maybe it's actually better if you run the ET3 just so Prophet can be a little bit more useful in life.
Yeah, and that's kind of what they're running right now with the Nature's Prophet trying to offset the fact that this dual aggro coming out from Liquid is really keeping the Chaos Knight down. So trying to give themselves a little bit of relief comes to that top lane. Eventually, we are going to see some rotations. I'm just not sure from where, because if the Razor tries to ever leave this mid lane, then Pugnut's just going to take his tower.
That's when everyone has to come to the Razor. Like, they need to change the balance of this lane. GH just picked up an Arcane Rune, so looking towards mid, can potentially get the perfect rolling boulder, able to connect, and CC&C stunned up perfectly. He's got enough life when he decrepifies and then trains
what a beautiful
GH out.
turn.
He'll go more, but it won't be enough. The Lightning Storm is already out. So a kill either way, but it's still the Pugna going down. A very noble sacrifice from GH.
Terrorblade's just such a hard hero to shut down when it comes to CS because he has super high armor, so all your harassment just doesn't really do a whole lot. That's a problem that I'm seeing with all of this, is that Liquid and these traded kills and everything, it's fine for them because they're getting the farm on the heroes that they need to get farm on. Both the Razor and the Terrorblade top CS right now, while the Chaos Knight is a little bit farther down, and we'll just have to see what comes to farm.
What's he meant to do? He doesn't do any damage. He's
oh my god, Miracle's getting chunked.
Oh,
but he has Thunder!
He has level 6 already! 33 is going to lose his life. GH will arrive, and Zai wants to run away, but he's stoned to death right now. Double kill for Miracle.
I want to see a replay of that, because he actually picked up 6, like, as they were kind of going on him there. Like, Creep died, and he got 6 off of it.
Well, request for production. That side little point as well, like, there's Enfeeble on the top lane. So PyCat has 82 damage, and he's got -90 from the level 3 Enfeeble of Mind Control. So how are you meant to CS when technically you should be giving 8 HP with every swing of your blade?
Yeah, dude, all of the damage is just going to disappear in this game. Razor and Bane on the same team. Just imagine somebody's enfeebled and gets that static drain onto them. One of the big things, the reason that this bottom lane is going relatively well for OpTic is, hold that thought, Miracle.
Yeah, going to be initiated on. This time he won't actually have the ability to trade the life, but the creep wave's coming out from behind, actually causing some problems for OpTic. Did some damage to both 33 and PyCat. Back under the shrine. Miracle ready to fight. Metamorphosis off cooldown in 5 seconds time, so GH will buy the time for it. Rolling, bouldering in with the kick, even connects onto Zai. They're aggroing out the creep army once more, but CCNC, double damage rune, coming down to the bottom lane. OpTic in force, Decrepify onto the Jakiro. No follow-up blast is going to be, actually no, it does connect just in time. Sakura copying a lot of damage, so does Miracle. GH needs to buy him time, it won't be there. The Fiend's Grip controlling up the Pugna. Zai can't reach over to Kuro. The Spirit may just do the work. Maybe it won't. 33 can't stop for a stomp. He has to keep running away. GH rolling boulder will slow him down, trying to move something as big as an Elder Titan to dodge a rolling boulder. Well, that ain't gonna happen. Lift with the knees and still not enough. And finally, Liquid can take care of this quad stack that's been sitting in front of them the whole time.
Yes, they need to deal with this quad stack. I'll tell you a brief story, Toby, of a pub that I played against Crit. He played Wisp with an Elder Titan, and we lost the lane really hard because of this fact right here. They kept on stacking the hard camp, so the Elder Titan, who was buffed up by the Wisp, was also getting huge spirit stacks off of the hard camp.
Decrepify's out once more. There's no follow-up. Instead, there's going to be the static link onto Zai. Doesn't look like there's a stun available. The kick was on the way, but too slow. OpTic really, were trying to contest for this, and now they're going to bounce out the lanes. They bought space, PPD almost up at level 6, and maybe that's the key, right? Like, we look towards OpTic's lineup. You got a high amount of points. This is going to be your miracle moment.
Yeah,
so he was holding the point.
Yeah, he was holding on to the point.
And then, boom, let's trade. Rough end of the deal, 33.
Liquid's definitely walking away with this laning phase with quite the win. They're already doing better when it comes to their safe lane trading because their carry was getting more CS, and I think he's a little bit more independent in that regard, but also now they just won that hard camp stack, which was winning the lane for OpTic, but now just gave a lot of recovery to some of the Liquid cores as well.
So my thought here for OpTic is, what's their biggest strength? Their ability to force down the lane. So you got 4 points up in Nether Blast, you've got Rock available. Can you just force the lanes? Can you change this 2k gold advantage to Team Liquid just by pushing into the fights, forcing moments like this, initiating onto the Bane, making it difficult to get back out again. But yeah, with the Brain Stab, PyCat can't do jack. They'll drop the rock for this. So okay, don't save it for the team fight. Push for the kill, but he's underneath the shrine, even gets it off. You'll lose PPD in the back lines, the rotating Matomaman. Prophet can't get out. He's gripped up by Mind Control. Kuro and GH are nearby, but GH, he wants to help out somewhere else, but Matomaman doesn't need it. Already got a double kill himself. They got 3 heroes down, and this is just problematic. Mind Control is alive. He's fine.
Dude, look at this. It's amazing.
Oh, wow. It's actually terrible. He's trying to get a solo kill as well at 33. The Sunder replacing the life. CCNC, it's a full trade. 33! 34 HP, he'll survive on. That's not true to his number, but CCNC comes out too far. Kuro will arrive. And with a dual breath, he gets the kill onto the mid Pugna.
OpTic are just getting desperate now. They're trying to force plays because of the way, that top lane, you get the Enfeeble off on the Chaos Knight, he pops his ultimate, you can't dispel Enfeeble, so he is then just an illusion at that point in time. He himself, his hero, was doing no right-click damage. Then he gets it on the Furion as well, 2 of their cores, 3 of their cores, if you want to throw in Elder Titan as sort of a half core here, they're all right-clickers, you know?
Kuro's in trouble. Slept up, Fatal Bonds up. They should have more than enough damage. 8 one charges, maybe not more than enough damage. He's holding it for now, and in fact continues to hold it.
Yeah, whenever you're in that situation, if you feel like the damage over time is just not going to be able to, it's just going to beat out the Magic Wand stacks, you might as well keep Magic Wand for later, right?
Yeah, why not? How are you meant to kill this? How are you meant to kill all of Liquid when Mind Control finishes up his mech?
Well, you have to get
in his stash right now.
You have to get strong initiation. That's one thing. You can't let this Enfeeble or the Static Drain come down on you.
You mean like this?
And all these right-click heroes.
Exactly like this?
Exactly the opposite. OpTic needs to be the ones initiating.
Oh, no, I thought you were using Liquid as a great example of a strong initiation.
No, well, that is true. That is true. Liquid was just running at him.
Yep.
And this Chaos Knight is getting no ground whatsoever.
Yep. And the initiation you have, like, I suppose this is the weakness of running like 33 there, as well as like your secondary support of the Warlock. When Rock's down, you got no initiation. When Warlock's dead, you got no initiation. And then it's all up to what? The ET to Stomp and Splitter? But he doesn't have a split yet. He's at level 7 on this ET.
So Warlock was kind of a special OpTic hero. They ran it in their qualifiers. They seem to have some sort of affinity for this hero, but Liquid are definitely proving the big weak points of this hero, where they just play a really fast lineup and they just gun you down in the laning phase and keep running at you. And so even when you do have Golem, sometimes you're just forced into awkward ultimate usages just because everybody's in your face and you gotta use it.
But can you buy time for OpTic? Like, you have a Nature's Prophet. Like, this should mean at least the side lanes can remain pushed in. Can Liquid answer that, or did Liquid just not give a hoot and just push down a lane, force a fight, because whenever Metamorphosis is up?
Yeah, I think it's kind of both. They will be able to deal with the side lane pushes of the Furion. Sometimes they've got Jakiro, who's really good at being able to deal with it as a support. They also have the Terrorblade, who can push out with Illusion, so that's super helpful. But then there are going to be other times where they're just like, we just push faster than you, so let's just force it.
Yep. I can imagine the pushing faster when Liquid fires in a higher level, but Kuro's just been full fighting, like 4 points up in the dual breath. And then just a 1-2-1. But OpTic are grouping. So Rock off cooldown. Got the 4 points up in Fatal Bonds, ready to go. All he needs is a great initiation, then a follow-up from CCNC. Ether Lens is ready to bop them up too. They just have to close that distance. Drum charges Liquid. They're into the back lines. PPD, what do you do? Liquid, no, he's target number 1 because he's the only one that can win in this team fight. The rest of OpTic just start their TP away to safety, but it won't work for Nature's Prophet. Sent up in the air, the Yule Scepter on Matumberman does the work, but they can't see him! He's in the trees! The TP almost done! Matumberman gets the last strike of lightning.
Yule Scepter Razor, huh?
Yeah?
Pretty cool. We'll be able to let him man fight against the Pugna a little bit more now that he's got an interrupt to the drain. Stop some of these TPs away. Some interesting ideas coming out from Liquid in this game. It's honestly really cool.
It'll be that annoying thing too, like you keep getting decrepified and blast, you never know, you can't run out of it.
Yeah.
And then he's just gonna go in for, actually what is the next item? Because he's got the Yasha flying on the courier. And then it's gonna be the SMY into BKB.
Yeah, definitely need BKB. Can afford to go for the SNY first. We have Zai, who's trying to pick up a Maelstrom, turn himself into a better right-clicker, also allows him to shove out waves a bit faster. Unfortunately, because of the fact that Chaos Knight had such a bad laning phase, he's not going to have that like early blink, so they don't have an initiator, really, in so many of these team fights.
Oh, Miracle. There's so many heroes here from OpTic. Miracle underneath the shrine. The rock will drop, and maybe they have enough, but no! The Sunder kicks in. Miracle has more life and support. Matumberman's coming up through the Roche pit. So Pycat's caught on the wrong side of the tracks. He wants to get back down again, and all he can do is attack into illusions. So the stun will come in. Pugna is just dying right now to the Magnetize. OpTic are just dying to all of Liquid. And the only thing Zai can hope to do is keep the split push going, but hello! Matumberman's going to arrive. And Zai starts his TP out, the Yule Scepter. He was waiting that one as long as he could. And Matumberman is now beyond godlike. 10-0-1 on the Razor.
I can't believe how effective this Yule Scepter Razor has been. Like, it's so good versus Pugna, it's good versus the Furion. It actually is a decent defense to the Chaos Knight and Elder Titan. I don't know. I'm not sure how OpTic really recover this. That's the problem that I keep on going over in my head.
No, Pycat, no, don't go in there! TP's right on top of GH and Mind Control, and they just look at him going, are they coming in force? They could have committed Fiends here and potentially just killed him straight off, because Kuro was around the corner.
They're going to have a nice Guardian Greaves pick up from Mind Control, which is a huge boost in their sustain, as well as the armor upgrade from Guardian Greaves. It's really good versus Chaos Knight.
You want the best sustain, just look at net worth. And I'm not even talking like the overall net worth. I'm talking about the top 2 net worths with Razor and Terrorblade so far in front. The sustain is there from Bane from the 4.9k net worth, but he's being doubled by both the Terrorblade and the Razor.
That is a very large over. That Razor and Terrorblade net worth.
Time for abseiling OpTic.
Yeah, let's look at Roshan. I mean, I don't know.
Can they contest it? You don't have Rock. It's down for another minute. The ET Spirit could be a pain in the butt, but...
Yeah, honestly, no Rock, no Phantasm. Even though they don't do it very quickly, they actually could force Roshan. I think it's an unnecessary risk, though. I don't think there's any need for Liquid to really take Roshan without first killing some heroes of OpTic.
Zai's just enjoying the split push life. Smoke up, Miracle. As well as Koro. Yeah, they're coming out to fight. So the ET Spirit's nearby. It got pulled back and...
They pinged it. They pinged it. The Spirit ran into the Razor while he was smoked up.
Yeah.
So they know what's going on. Should not.
Well, this is great for OpTic. This is wasted time for Liquid. Space for Zai. And they're actually...
Liquid are making the fast play to bottom.
Oh, God. And they could just hold him there, right?
Yeah.
Like, you just start the static link, send him up with the Yule Scepter, and Zai, where are you going to go, son? Here comes GH, rolling boulder forward. Not going to TP out this one. Silence kicked. Matubaman will find the kill. I just love that synergy as well with static link Yules. 189 damage on it, and you can't walk away from it.
Yeah.
Well, there's your stat for your Yule Scepters. 8 prior pickups on Yules, all wins.
So they deal with the Furion push. Pugna was pushing mid, who cares? Miracle's going to be able to push top faster, but they're going to try and fight him.
Terrorblade, he needs someone to sunder. If anyone wants to come in nice, because nice Manta-style dodge the rock and the Fatal Bonds. So now Mind Control will just have to sacrifice himself. Everyone else will TP out safely. Prophet TPing towards the front lines, looking for Miracle. Cuts the tree line, so he does find him. Miracle starts his TP. Where's the stun? Where's the control? It doesn't exist. And goodbye. PyCat was too far away.
So I've been watching PyCat. I think he feels a little lost. He actually had Battle Fury queued up at one point in time. Now he's got the Armlet queued up. He's not sure what he's going to go when he finally does manage to get the farm.
Well, he's probably thinking of being strong enough to deal with the Terrorblade, but now that point is well past, so he can't just clean up the illusions of the Terrorblade.
So even though this looks like Liquid are just totally stomping over OpTic, there is ways for OpTic to be able to come back in this game. They can like win one team fight and play. They could take a lot when they do win that one team fight.
That's not needs to create space. GH rolls up. Can he get the double kick? Looking for him. Needs the target. Here goes your first kick. Connects onto 33. Miracle and Mind Control right behind him. And Fiend's Grip not in range. 33 continues to run instead. Meanwhile, PPD caught out by Matubaman and Koro. They were the flankers around the side. 2 heroes down for OpTic.
Goodness gracious, Liquid have 24 kills in 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's not too shabby.
Normally you say 24 kills total, but just one team is getting more than 1 kill a minute. All right, back to Roshan. Now Liquid have found the pickups.
Back to our initiation up on top.
So you're seeing why they picked up Pugna versus a Terrorblade. It's like a very strong matchup in this regard, but unfortunately many times OpTic are just they're far enough behind that they can't quite get the kill. Like in that situation, Manta Dodge plus the Guardian Greaves pickup as well is what really killed their kill. There was another one where they got a 1-second stun from the Chaos Knight that allowed the Miracle to be able to get off Sunder. That was also a problem for them. It's just a little bit too far behind from the laning phase to make the big plays that they were looking.
They need something to get back. They need the pickoffs or the split push. Somehow space to be created. Zaya's going to be an elusive Nature's Prophet by picking up the Shadow Blade. But the top push is coming in. Miracle has Aegis the Immortal. Kuro has 4 points up in Liquid Fire, which makes these pushes even easier for Team Liquid. Very little risk going under the tower with that slow attack speed.
And Matubaman has set a trap. He's waiting for these heroes to go for this cheeky push. He's going to stop him.
He needs to be close enough for Static Link and then to hit him. Top lane still attacking. CC&C doesn't have TP. He's actually got TP on cooldown for 7 more seconds. So Miracle's up on the high ground, having a great old time because there's no Pugna, there's no Netherward. PyCat can Phantasm potentially. Here goes a 3-second stun. Terrorblade still just sits there. He's happy. The tier 3 tower is about to fall. 22 minutes in. They're pulling back in. Is there enough of a drain? CC&C a little bit too far back, but now they do get a good rock. But the hit in from GH, perfectly connecting, magnetized onto the 3 heroes of OpTic, trying to defend while PPD is watching the nightmare situation that is this game unfold before him. He's now out of the nightmare, but the nightmare is still real. Fatal bonds him up. Matubaman has arrived. The high movement speed under the tower. Goodbye, PPD. No, he'll let him live on 19 HP. Zai will not be so lucky.
Oh my god, that kill was worth 1,200 gold. Jesus.
1260. They bring down the Pele racks. I think Miracle would like to have the top racks too, but they keep getting fatally bonded up. So you just keep decrepifying and blasting, and Miracle is actually killing the rest of his team. Bit by bit, they'll come forward. And buyback is here from Prophet. Is it a Wrath of... They don't even have a Wrath of Nature. They need vision on him first. The Spirit in, they're TPing him to the shrine to come around the back. Team Liquid standing their ground to fight. 33 thought he could help out, but all he's going to end up doing is dying to the 4 heroes of Liquid as they turn their attention towards Zai. OpTic, retreat to safety. Not that I know exactly where that is on this map right now for you.
In their fountain, I believe.
I don't even think that's safe. Terrorblade will just walk in, take all the damage, and then stun to somebody, and then just take him out. But the bottom lane's pushing. Damage to the tier 3 tower, everybody.
That is true. But Tubman's whole entire trap that he was setting up there in the bottom lane, the only reason he didn't spring it on the Pugna, which we saw was the only hero there, is because no one was showing from OpTic up in that top lane. So he's watching top, and he's like, my team's taking a tier 3.
Like, is this a trap for me?
Yeah, like, if I, like, are they still down here? What's going on? Like, if they're not stopping that push, then I'm not going to try and you know, stop this tier 2 from going. And I'll gladly trade that.
Pycat's coming for a kill.
Dire's top shrine.
They're surrounding on all sides. You do have this Invis Rune ES that just caught a glimpse
but he's so
of
fast,
so many heroes.
He's so fast.
It's movement speed of 500 and, okay, it's 550 now, but it's 509 without the haste rune.
You know you're fast when, like, you pick up a haste rune and it's a minor upgrade.
Oh, GH3 again. Silence, magnetize, PPD starts the tick. Ice Path is nice, catching 33 inside the lane, and Matubaman tries to close the distance. Succeeds. Radiant Courier will be sniped by the Nature's Prophet in the back lines, but Pycat as well as 33, they're sniped. Hilariously enough, they're probably worth just as much as that Courier kill right now.
Yeah, there is no trying when it comes to closing distances for Matubaman here. He is Speed Racer.
Miracle has a bloody Skadi. Like, he's still, like, we're talking about Matubaman being big. Like, he's about to finish up a Shiva's guard when they bring down these 2 towers. Unfortunately, you won't have a courier to go back and do the shopping for him, but Miracle just swaggering into the tier 3 tower with this Skadi. I was like, CCNC, please hit me. I dare you. All I want to do is take out your Nether Ward and then just swap my life with someone. Rocket's good on the side. Fatal Bonds is also quite decent, but this tower is just falling. They want to get out of the upheaval, not to mention the 4-man stop and split. This'll be nice. 3-man pulled back in. No real follow-up damage. Defensive Fuel Scepter from the Razor into 1 charges. They need more life Bane. Nightmare tries to protect him, but the Ice Path from Koro controls the back line. GH goes in, snipes out the mid. The Earth Spirits wreck in the mid of OpTic.
Pycat's coming from behind.
Just going in for Zai. Come on, Pycat, do something. You got multiples of yourself. You've killed off Koro. Now can you go towards Miracle? Okay, there's 4 Pycats, but they're fighting for the wrong side. Everything is a mirror image, and you're going to be losing off PPD. Mercy, please. White flag on the door. GH is going to attempt to TP out in the trees. He's even going to survive that, while 33 dies under the mid-tier 3 tower. Matubaman's still there. Okay, the Aegis Immortal, I'm at least hearing that timeout. The PPD, you said the Fountain was safe. He's in front of it. He don't look no safe. Razor, defensive spin, and GG. Well played. 35-8, 26 minutes, and this game is well and truly secret.
Liquid just worked OpTic in this first game. OpTic just looked
the smiles, the giggles.
Oh, I mean, you're going to feel great if you're Liquid in that game. OpTic, meanwhile, if you're a viewer, you're looking at this game,